Okay. Hey everybody, here we are again. So, I just shot a reel here yesterday, but doing it again today. I was going to ride to Barber, but I just ramped up my riding schedule so I want to hit 2,000 miles at the end of the year. So I have to work tomorrow and I have a busy job, and I did 11 yesterday, and so I don't want to be too beat up for work. And so when I got by Julia Davis and got to the turn at Broadway, instead of going on to Barber, I just made the turn at Broadway because I'm already kind of beat, and that's another 10 miles. So I'm just going to bail and head home. Of course, we're at BSU. Riding Priority 600X today. Which is a really good bike. They're made in New York. Of course, Ryan Van Duzer rides one of these. I haven't done a proper video about it, but there's good and bad, and nobody talks about the bad. You know, it's built well, good quality components, and it's really strong, built really tough, and good suspension. And of course, really low maintenance. You know, it's a pinion drive with a carbon belt, so you know, you don't have to worry about lubrication or anything. You know, you get a hose sprayed off, it's good. Okay, the bad. And they are significant. So one thing is, the obvious one, in dry weight, this bike is 33 pounds. My gravel bike is 10 pounds lighter than this thing. And over the course of the miles, you start to feel it, you know. I mean, Ryan Van Duzer's an animal, you know. So the weight is one thing. The other one, which I haven't heard anybody mention, is also significant, but I didn't figure it out the first year. I knew something was off, but I didn't know what it was. Until the following winter. I bought this bike in February, and they had a one-day sale on Leap Day 2 years ago. So I pulled the trigger. On the left. On left. My bell isn't working right. I gotta fix that. In fact, my bell isn't working right on all my bikes but one. So my garage isn't heated and I ride to work. I work 12, so I leave early. It's dark and cold in the morning. But they let me keep it in the building, right? So when I ride to work, it's really hard to pedal. In fact, when I first bought it, it was so bad, I thought I got ripped off because that's how bad it was. And then I ride it home and it's like normal, you know, it's real easy, runs real well. So what does that, you know? The following year I figured it out. So the pinion gear, it's hard to turn when it's cold. So when you get it cold soaked, it's hard to turn. If you don't believe me, if you have one of these, put it in the freezer overnight. And then right in the morning, you'll see what I'm talking about. Just blowing by BBP here. Checking it out. This is Boise Bicycle Project. They have lots of cool stuff. They do lots of good outreach and things for people. Bikes for kids and all kinds of good stuff. They're doing a ride today, but I think I'm gonna bail. This is a real busy area. And I mentioned it to my brother, but I think I'm gonna miss him because, like I said, I'm just so beat. Oh shit. Sorry, language. Ooh, old school Toyota, right? SR5. Nice. So I am just gonna cruise back to the Greenbelt and head home because I'm much more tired than I thought I would be. Like I said, now of course I ride every day to work and so forth, but I haven't been riding on the site very much the last month and a half, so I'm a little bit out of shape here. The goal is, what's really important is to get out here and start pushing every day, and it'll get better. I could go straight. I'll track back a little bit here. But anyway, the pinion gear is vulnerable to cold. And like I said, if you don't believe me, you know, find a walk-in freezer and store it in there overnight. Try it in the morning, you tell me, you know. It definitely is. Well, here we are again. I got my coat open, my gloves off. I took my buff off. I'm just totally hot. On your left. Filming another reel. Like I said, I was going to shoot municipal to Barber, but I just don't have it in me today. It's Saturday, so there's going to be a bunch of people down here. On the left. So far, so good. And of course, I just rode through here yesterday, San Morrison. Boise has a bunch of famous parks that are all on the river. This one is really popular. They're all real popular, but this is San Morrison. One I shot yesterday, Julia Davis, and then West of here is Catherine Albertson. And then the other way towards Barber is Marion Williams. And then of course you got municipal parks squeezed in there. And there's a new one at the water park, but I'm not sure what they call that one. It's the old Veterans Park. And of course it's kind of gloomy now because it's January, but no snow. But in the spring and summer it's really beautiful. All these parks are really nice. Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to do what I did yesterday and right up on the rail bridge and then end the video there. And a couple of photos, shoot it short. You know, the ride home kind of boring, so, and I've shot it before. This is usually, you can get some kind of quick right here. It's straight, you can see real well. I guess they're developing, all the area used to be like this on both sides. It looks like they're gonna put something in here, which they should have done a long time ago. Yeah, I took the gloves off, took the buff off, got the coat open. I'm hotter than shit. Rail bridge coming up. It's built in 1923. I used to jump off this all the time. They still do. On your left. Yeah, and probably end the reel on the bridge here. That's what I did yesterday, same thing. Like I said, just ran out of energy. It's hard riding yesterday and today. I was kind of beat up. Wow. Whew. Well, I've only shot like 100 reels on this bridge, but it's really nice, especially in the spring. Spring and summer is real nice. Yeah, I used to swim here all the time when I was a kid. Well, when I was younger anyway. All right, there we go. Same as yesterday. Really nice. Turned out to be warmer than expected. Okay, everybody. Peace. Ride hard.